always good to get to these and show you the boxes because on the denim, the hole has been at the back without the label going across the front, which I thought was a pretty interesting thing. So all of the denims that I think I got about 10 pair of denims, and they all had the hole in the back, and the label was on the front of the box where you couldn't get your hole and slide the tray. Anyway, this is the yellow and black box for the Taxi 1 in men's, and I'm pulling this out, and I'm going to pull both shoes out because I really want to get to the close-up and keep the GS version in the close-up and show it to you next to the men's version because you'll be able to see some interesting little details. But let's get to the details on the box, of course, and I'm going to spin this around and give you guys the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG, style code 555088711. 711. Colored Taxi, black and sailed. Last three on the UPC. The last three is, what is that, 871, and there's a 14 at the end. Now on the inside of the box there is a QC stamp, and I'm going to give you that as 2022 523, and there are Chinese characters in there. So just making sure I say that. But 2022 523. I'm going to take this box top and sit it to the side, go right into the shoe on the inside. You can see that it's yellow on the footbed, but I got these loud neighbors next door. But in the office, it's a hair salon. Don't trip, it's all good. I ain't tripping either, but it's noisy. The style code, not the style code, but the small code is XH, and that is made in China, and the dates of production are 1/19/22 to 04/15/22, 04/15/22, and pick that up again, 04/20/15, 04, that's 5/23. So we're in good shape there. It's like a little bit over a month out. So the QC has been done on the shoe and it's pretty good. But I want to get to the close-up because there are small cues. The biggest way that I get to when I talk to people, of course, I look at the shape of the shoe here because a lot of the times the fakes will be a lot more closed up at the top like this, but the real shoes tend to have this kind of wide shape to it here at the back. And then on the heel of the shoe, I like to do these touch tests where I tap the heel of the shoe to see if there's any wobbling, and I'd have to do that on the table as opposed to on the box to see if there's a rock. And this is one of those times where I actually have a little bit of a rock on this shoe, and it's kind of disturbing to me because the left one does not have that rock when I touch the back of the shoe. On this one, the strobel, this kind of means that the shoe is puckered, right? It's a little bit puckered, but when you touch it, it shouldn't really do that, man. You should have the rock at the front because the front of it kind of curves up. But I also look at the stars here. The tongue is a little bit more plush and padded, but I want to get to the close-up because I want you guys to see some of the details here up close compared to the GS version. You got to see it because the materials are not the same, not at all. And I want to show you the difference between what something looks like when it's kind of painted versus coated. And you can see these really nice little wrinkles when you press it, but when it's coated and you press down on it, it's a completely different thing. You get zero wrinkle in the top of this. That's all plastic on top of this shoe. Now the side of it, the leather is a little bit better, but I'm gonna do the close-up so you can see that. Close-up. All right, so this is the crazy thing about this shoe. If you don't remember the Best Hand in the Game collection with the cards that were on the inside, this looks like the ochre version of the Best Hand in the Game. What it is, though, is more yellow. The Best Hand in the Game was suede. So I want to bring this up so I can show you a little bit of what I call a touch test that I always do on shoes to check the leather. And when people say you have a better quality leather, you'll get a wrinkle under your finger. I hope you can see that wrinkle. You'll get a wrinkle under your finger. Now, what happens when you have a bad leather that's more synthetic? When you do this, you'll get air pockets under your finger. And see, you're not getting air pockets here. You're getting straight up wrinkles under the finger. So that means it is a little bit better quality. It's painted more than it is coated, and that's a bonus. All right. But what I wanted to show you in relation to this was the GS version, which is a straight up synthetic leather that's covered with PU, with plastic, with polyurethane. And you don't get any flecks. No flecks. Right? Not even on the sidewall of the black. There's no wrinkle. As a matter of fact, yep, no wrinkle. You don't even get any bubbles. It's just straight coated. So the GS does not have the same quality as the men's. But I wanted to make sure you got a good look at these. And I talked about the rocking of the shoe and how some of these shoes are rocking. And you notice the left one doesn't move at all. Doesn't move at all. But this one rocks. And I used to take this as a sign of a knockoff because a lot of the times the last that was used when they were lasting the shoe, it would warp. But these came straight from Nike, so I know they're legit. Sometimes you just can't tell. But that's it. I'm going to wrap it up with the men's version of the Air Jordan 1. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.